So today, and kind of the theme of this summer is the theme of the move, and that is set free. And so tonight, I felt like we needed to kick off with this verse found in Ecclesiastes. Everybody with me? That's a big word, I know. Y'all ready? In chapter 3, verse 1, it says this: for everything there is a season. Everybody say, for everything there is a season. That was not good. That was not good. Let's try it again. Everybody say, for everything there is a season. Great job, Lila. Everybody else, you're terrible. In a time for every matter under heaven. Everybody say, a time to weep. Great job, Alyssa. Nobody else is here tonight. A time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, a time to dance, a time to seek, a time to lose. And then this is the last one I want you to get. Y'all with me? So everybody say, a time to keep, and then a time to cast away, or everybody say, a time to release. Perfect. So how many of you like fishing here? Anybody like, yeah, come on now, my people. So I never get this moment. I'll never get this moment. I was probably, there's two moments I distinctly remember fishing, okay? And here's one of them. I remember I was like 10 or 11 years old, and my friend had just moved. It was like a brand new neighborhood, okay? Are you picturing it with me? So he had this pond, and he's like, hey, you know what we should do? You know, you're 11-year-old boys. You're like, you know what we should do? We should go fishing, right? Right idea. So we go out there and we go fishing, and we're nothing. I mean, we're out there for like 2 hours. Anybody ever had a moment like that? You're out there fishing, and you're like, see, I realized something in this moment. I like fishing, but only if I catch fish. Anybody else like me? Yeah, I don't like fishing. Like, I don't like going out there and just casting and reeling back in. Like, that's the most boring thing ever in the entire world. And I realized that about myself in this moment because I'm out there for 2 hours, and I'm like, listen, and, you know, my ADHD kicked in. I'm like, bro, this is terrible. Like, what are we doing here? And he's like, don't worry. You know, we're going to get something. I'm like, there's a 0% chance we're going to get anything. Like, nothing. And I'm not kidding. He goes, I think I got a bite. And I'm like, bro, I'm looking at your line right now. There's nothing happening. Like, you did not get a fish. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all that goes fishing, you know what I'm talking about? And he starts reeling in. He starts reeling in really fast. And I'm like, bro, you have nothing there. I'm not kidding. He pulls the hook out of the water. And he had a fish on it this big. And I'm looking at it like, what am I supposed to do with this? Now, here's the crazy moment. Are y'all ready for it? Are y'all ready for it? Let me ask y'all that one more time. Are y'all ready for it? I'm looking at it, I'm like, what should we do? You know, should I release it? Should I just let it go? Or should I, you know, try to catch something bigger with that fish? You know what I mean? And I said, you know what? We've been out here for 2 hours, and we've caught a fish this big, so I feel like what could hurt, you know, to cast it up more times. And I'm not kidding you. He cast it in there, and he starts reeling in. And I'm not exaggerating, okay? I know you're going to be like, you're telling a fishing story. I'm not exaggerating at all. He catches this giant bass. Now, here's another thing I realized about fishing, okay? Y'all with me? One, I realized that I don't like fishing unless I'm catching stuff. Here's the second thing I realized. I like fishing, and I like catching the fish. However, the one thing I don't like doing, anybody want to take a guess? Yes. And so he reels this in, and there's a huge bass on this hook. You really want to know? It was about this big. But he caught it with the fish this big. You with me? And I'm looking at this thing, and he's like, I'm not going to touch it. And I'm like, I'm not going to touch it. He's like, I'm not going to touch it. And I'm like, I didn't even catch it, so I don't know why you're asking me. And we went back and forth for like 5 minutes, like, I'm not going to do it. And I realized in this moment, the second thing I don't like about fishing, and that is that I don't like taking it off the hook. And I tell you this because I believe that's many of us, and yes, I know I'm talking about fishing, but I believe for many of us, that's us. It can be hard to release some things. It's been hard to let some things go. Are you with me? And so I found this funny video for you all that I want you to check out about what happens when you release something when you're not supposed to. So everybody check out this video. Right? And many of us, this is how we feel. Many of us, this is how we feel. We're like, I can't let go of this, and I can't stop doing this, and I can't stop doing that, because what happens if we end up like this guy, throwing our phone in the water and holding the fish? Now, I can tell you, I've never done that fishing. Anybody ever done that fishing? No. Okay, good. Just you? Okay, perfect. That doesn't surprise me even a little bit. And many of us, is this is how we feel. It's hard for us to let go of some things because we think we're going to end up like this guy and go, what happens if we do the wrong thing? Or what happens doesn't end up the way I wanted to? Or what happens? Are you with me? Are you with me? And so I need somebody's help real quick. Can somebody help me? Can somebody help me? Yeah. Come up here. And so, come on, give it up for him. Yeah, give it up for him. Yeah. What's up, bro? And many of us, this is how we live our lives. And by the way, I'm not just talking to teenagers. I'm also talking to adults. This is how many of us live our lives. Are you with me? Are you watching? And we go through this, and we have seasons of our lives where we pick up things. Let me give you an example. Somebody says something, and they bully you, and they hurt your feelings, and you pick up this identity or this thought of I'm too this, or I'm too that, or I'll never fit in, or whatever, and we pick something up. Are you with me? Are you with me? And then maybe what happens is we go through middle school. Everybody knows middle school is the worst years in the entire world. And you go through middle school and this happened, and you start getting fearful of going to school, or you start getting fearful of taking that test, or you start picking up this anxiety, and all of a sudden we start picking up other things, and we start picking up this fear, and all of a sudden our lives start looking like this. Are you with me? I needed a response. Are you with me? Okay. And then what happens, we get to high school and we start having to think about our future and think about our lives, and we start maybe dating that guy or that girl and ends up hurting us, or maybe we have that best friend that stabbed us in the back, and what happens? We start picking up some hurt, we start picking up some pain, and all of a sudden we're walking around our lives and our arms start getting full. You can't let go of it. And what happens? Our arms start getting full, but what happens? Life keeps going. Are you with me? How many of y'all are juniors or seniors in the room? Life keeps going, doesn't it? It doesn't stop. And what I'll tell you, being 25 years old, is life doesn't slow down when you graduate either. In fact, I would tell you it speeds up 100-fold. But what happens for many of us is we keep living through life, and the reality is this: we live in a fallen and broken world where we have to deal with other humans. And the result of that is many times we start picking up more hurt, more pain, more anxiety, more fear. And all of a sudden we start dealing with those anger issues, and then what happens is we get addicted to this, or we try to fit in, or we start picking up more things, and what happens? Our arms become so full. I'm not letting go. He's actually done pretty good. He's actually doing pretty good. But let me do this. Keep holding on to those. Why don't you try to toss him that ball? And what happens? What happens? And what I want you to understand is that for many people, get him back for me. For many people, what happens is this: is we end up so full of things we were never intended to carry. Just keep holding them. You got him. And what happens is that our lives end up getting so full of the hurt and the sin and the pain and the anxiety, and it was things that we were never intended to carry. Are you with me? When God created you, He didn't intend for you to deal with this, but the reality is this: is we live in a fallen and broken world, and so the repercussions of our own actions is that many times we deal with this. And I understand that these are dodgeballs, and this is Malik standing here holding these dodgeballs. Like, I get that, but I want you to picture your life right now in this moment. And if you were to be honest with me, you would say, and I'll be honest with you for myself too, is that many of us, this is what our life looks like. We're so full of the things we were never intended to carry. What happens is when God tries to send something our way, what happens? What happens? We can't get it. Are you with me? Are you with me? And so our goal for this summer, and I'm setting you up, I'm getting you because I want you to understand this. Are your arms getting tired? What happens is this, is we get so full of the stuff we were never intended to carry that now we can't get the things that we were intended to carry. Are you with me? And so my goal for this summer is this. My goal for this summer is this. Is I want you to release it. Don't you do it. My goal for you is to release it. And so here's what I want to give you an opportunity. It's very simple. And I'll read to you this verse found in Matthew, is that it's time to release. It's time to let go. It's time to get rid of the things you were never intended to carry. But I want to read this verse to you because I want you to understand it in Matthew. This is Jesus talking. He says this, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden." In other words, who are carrying too much, "and I'll give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." You see, here's what Jesus is saying. Very simple. You're carrying stuff that you were never intended to carry. You caught that fish that you were never intended to keep. And right now you're looking at your friend, metaphorically speaking, going, I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. Back and forth. And you look like my boy here, carrying stuff you were never intended to carry. Your arm's full. And what I want you to do tonight is very simple. I just want you to release it. You see that verse in Ecclesiastes says there's a time to gather, there's a time to mourn, there's a time to dance, but there's also a time to release. And tonight, in this summer, it's time to release. Because I believe this, and I've told you this over and over and over again. I believe you guys can change the world way more than I ever could, way more than these adults ever could, way more than your parents ever could, way more than whoever you're thinking ever could, way more than Pastor Joey ever could. I believe you guys can change this world way more than we ever can. I believe God has a purpose for your life way deeper than any of us. But you'll never be able to get what God has for you until you let go of the things you were never meant to carry. Are you with me? Are you with me? Yeah. And I believe this next school year, this next year of your life doesn't have to look like this. If you'll just learn to release. I'm going to pray for us. And here's my ask of you. And you don't have to do it, but if you walked in here and you felt like this with whatever it is, we're going to have leaders up here to pray with you, but I would also say this. The cross does signify your salvation, but it also signifies something deeper. Jesus said, "Come to me if you feel like this, and I'll give you rest." And you can sit with whoever you want and talk to the wisest person, but I just believe this. If you'll just release it to Jesus and give it to the cross, that's the best peace, the best rest. That's the best freedom that you're going to find. Are you with me? So let me pray for us. And this is what I want you to do. This is my goal for you tonight. This is my goal for you this summer. This is my goal for you at the Move. Is that you'll release it. And you'll walk the way you're intended to. Everybody, bow your heads, close your eyes. 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 Bow your heads, close your eyes for me. I'm going to pray for us, and I just want to set up a moment. The leaders are going to come forward, and they're going to pray with you if you need prayer. They're going to talk with you if you need to talk, but I just believe that many of you just need a moment with Jesus to release it.